Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into a surprising and concerning trend. An increasing number of Gen Zers are willing to commit online fraud. Let's explore why this is happening and what it reveals about the challenges this generation faces. Each quarter, companies like Sift release reports that track online fraud trends, revealing how they impact both businesses and consumers. Recently, a significant generational divide has come to light. Gen Z, those born between 1997 and 2012, are showing a greater willingness to engage in digital fraud than any other generation. In late 2023, a staggering 42% of Gen Zers admitted they might commit first-party fraud, where they dispute a legitimate purchase with their payment provider to get their money back. To put this in perspective, only 22% of millennials said the same. Additionally, 33% of Gen Z respondents either know someone who has committed payment fraud or have done so themselves, much higher than other age groups. This might seem shocking, but it makes more sense when you dig into the reasons behind it. According to the fraud triangle theory, people are more likely to commit fraud when they have the incentive, can rationalize their actions, and see an opportunity to get away with it. So, what's pushing Gen Z in this direction? Facing financial pressure like never before, Gen Z is dealing with a lot of economic stress. A survey from Intuit found that 73% of Zoomers believe the current economic situation makes saving money harder than ever. They're grappling with rising housing costs, massive student loan debt, and inflation on everyday items, all while wages have remained stagnant. These financial pressures create a snowball effect, making it difficult for many to afford basic necessities. When faced with these challenges, people often look for ways to make their money go further. For most, this might mean cutting coupons, buying generic brands, or shopping secondhand. In fact, 42% of Gen Z purchased a secondhand item online in the past year. But when the financial stress becomes overwhelming, some may turn to more extreme measures, like using stolen payment methods or disputing legitimate charges. In these cases, they might rationalize their actions as necessary or see them as minor infractions without real victims, especially when dealing with large corporations. Shifting brand loyalty, Gen Z also approaches brand loyalty differently than previous generations. Many see big corporations as partly responsible for the economic challenges they face, so they're less likely to feel guilty about taking from them. To them, it's often seen as a victimless crime. This generation is less loyal to well-known brands and more likely to search for cheaper alternatives or dupes. Whether it's clothes, beauty products, or even streaming services, they prioritize saving money over sticking with established names. They're also more open to trying new brands and are less influenced by traditional advertising or celebrity endorsements. This mindset extends to how they spend their money. Gen Z prefers flexible spending options, like monthly subscriptions or shared services, rather than committing to ownership. But with this desire for constant access, comes a temptation to keep it going, even if it means resorting to questionable methods. After all, the risk of getting caught seems minimal when it's just a $6.99 subscription, compared to stealing something more significant. Digital natives, digital risks. Growing up online, Gen Z is deeply influenced by social media, which shapes their purchasing decisions and how they view the world. Unfortunately, it also exposes them to more opportunities for fraud. They're seeing more scams and fraud tutorials on platforms than any other generation. Sift's data shows that 34% of Gen Zers have encountered offers to engage in online fraud, compared to just 9% of baby boomers. This constant exposure to fraudulent schemes on social media plays a significant role in why Gen Z is more inclined to commit fraud, showing just how powerful online influence can be. Navigating a complex future, the reality is that the willingness of Gen Z to engage in online fraud is a response to a mix of economic hardship, evolving consumer behavior, and the pervasive influence of social media. While this trend is certainly having an impact on businesses, it's important to understand where it's coming from: a place of financial stress, a search for affordability, and a new way of thinking about brands and money. As Gen Z continues to grow in purchasing power, it's crucial for businesses to adapt by addressing their economic concerns, engaging with them authentically, and offering flexible, fair options. This isn't just about preventing fraud, it's about understanding and responding to the unique challenges and perspectives of a generation that's navigating a tough economic landscape.